All right. Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. My name is Audrey, and I'm the host for tonight's show. If you don't know what the show is about, you're in for a special surprise. It's about hoop dance, and hoop dance is amazing. So if you don't know what it is, you're about to find out because myself and my panel of hoopers are going to do some super cool demos. So get excited for it. We have some cool stuff that we're showing tonight. I don't know why there are two Bryants, but we have Bryant on the show, and Claire is going to be doing her segment that she is kind of doing for every show now. Every show she can do, she's going to be kind of talking to us about something super cool. So definitely get excited for that, guys. It's going to be hooping news and kind of what's new in the hooping community, which will be great. So I am getting myself focused. I will go ahead and let Bryant introduce himself. Bryant, if you want to say hello and a little bit about yourself and do a demo.
Oh, sure. Hello, as Audrey said earlier, my name is Bryant, and I've been hooping for about a year and a half. I started out hooping through hoopingLIVE, and I was basically a cyber hooper because where I started hooping, there weren't a lot of people around. So I'll get started on my demo. And if you see anything that I do, you can comment down on the latest post of the Facebook page. And we recently discovered that the comments on YouTube are working, so you can just comment there as well.
Awesome sauce. Thanks, Bryant. And while you guys are kind of coming in, I'm going to go ahead and do my demo really quick before we introduce Claire and do the hooping news segment. It's my hooping news segment dance. The reason why I seem a little flustered right now is because I just ran in the house. I was running a little bit late, so I'm here like just in the nick of time. Yay me. All right. You are. All right, I'm going to try this out and see if it works, guys. I have the ability to, let's see, put you guys on a different camera so you can see things cooler, in a cooler way. Let's see. Nope. That's not it. That's it. All right. Is that good?
I'm impressed, Audrey. I'm impressed.
Look what I can do. All right, it looks a little overexposed, but should be okay. Can you see? Do I need to turn the light off?
It looks good. No, it's okay, Audrey. You look fine.
All right, well, I'll turn the light off. All right. All right, now just stare at that for a second while I figure out how to put it on the regular camera. I think it's this one. It's not that one. I think it's this one. It's that one. All right, cool. I'll try and figure out how to make that look a little bit more graceful without me running around my office. But like Bryant and I said, if you see anything that we did that you want to learn, you can type it into the comments down below, and we will teach you to the best of our ability. All right, Claire, did you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? And are you going to do a demo today?
No.
Okay, well, if you want to introduce yourself and talk about... Oh, are we frozen? Nope, okay. Did you want to talk about what you discovered? Or did...
Hi again, it's Claire. Hi again, it's Claire, and I'm on spring break now, and I went to the Ninja Hoop workshop yesterday. It was a 2-day workshop, and that's how I got my news for today, which is about the Hoopies on hooping.org, which is an awards for hula hoopers, and they have a lot of different types of awards that you can do, and the way I knew about this was because the Ninja Hoopers, Zach and Maria, were nominated as instructors for the Hoopies, and I enjoyed Ninja Hoops, and now spring break just started, and I went to the Everglades today, and to see crocodiles, alligators, and turtles. And I also I didn't see too many alligators because it's a wet winter instead of a dry one, so they were harder to find in the Everglades. And coming up in the next week, I'm going to do snuba, which is a mix between snuba, snorkeling, and scuba diving. And I'm also going to Key West, and now I'm in Alamorada.
Awesome, that's great. I'm happy that you mentioned the Hoopies, by the way, because can people still nominate people? Or
No.
No nominations are over with? Okay, guys, so if you guys don't know what the Hoopies are, definitely check them out. It's a great opportunity for upcoming Hoopers and teachers to be recognized for the work that they've done. So I would definitely check that out if you haven't yet, and go ahead and vote. It doesn't take that long. I do it. I find it really fun because they have all the links to the videos and stuff. So definitely check that out. Now, so let me get my thoughts together here. Yes, so Hoopies. And by the way, guys, I need to make an odd announcement. Last week was not Baxter's birthday. That, I don't know why I got that in my head, but I thought I saw it on Facebook saying it was his birthday, which I should have known because he's a Capricorn and it's not his birthday. So I sent him a birthday text and everything, so that was kind of made me look like a butthead. But anyway, it was not his birthday, so if you wished him happy birthday, then I apologize. That would be Audrey's fault for putting out false information. His birthday is indeed in January, so well, that's embarrassing. But anywho, I don't. Let me check here and see about the comments. I want to try to get them set up so I can look where they are. Let's see if they are.
And can you give me the link, Audrey, if you can find the YouTube link to look at them so I can keep an eye on them too?
Wait, now I can't find them.
Because I just put the one from Facebook in there.
Okay, yeah, it's okay. So we have a comment from D. Roto, and says he's pretty graceful. I'm assuming that you guys are talking about Bryant because I am a woman. We have a comment from O'Malley. Says, first time watching live, fangirling so hard. Love you, Audrey. You're beautiful, and you're the reason I started hooping. Going on 2 years now. Love the show so much. Keep doing your thing. Wow, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're able to watch the show live. I know that can be difficult for some people to catch, but maybe since it's spring break, some of you guys can watch. I can tell because there are a lot of viewers tonight, so definitely get the comments going, because last week we had a comment failure, or was that the week before?
Yeah, last week.
It was last week? Yeah, last week. Okay, because we didn't know that the comments had been fixed. Well, yes. So, O'Malley, I'm glad that you are watching the show and that I could be an inspiration to your hoop journey. That's awesome. Austin James says, lovely. Fat Rabbit says, oh, it's Audrey. Oh. O'Malley says, behind the back weave. I've tried and cannot seem to get it down. Tips. Yes, we can do that. Hold on one second. Okay, so behind the back weave. Bryant, do you know how to do that?
Before you do that, I'm going to keep an eye out on the Facebook, and then you can watch the YouTube ones, okay?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, so the behind the back weave.
Okay,
All right, so
okay.
I do know how to do it, but not like I haven't mastered it. But I'll show you basically what it looks like. All right, so it's a behind the back weave, which is what I want to do is it's basically like it's like this. Basically, this is what I think it is. It's like behind the back. So, well, yeah, basically something like that. But I don't normally do as much. But so basically, how I learned it is that I actually learned it after I learned the universal weave, because it's kind of basically the same thing. When you do the universal weave, you spin and you turn and you do the really awkward motion. If you don't continue to spin that awkward motion, if you just continue it back and forth, then it's basically the behind the back weave, like that.
Nice.
The one-handed behind the back weave, and I've seen other people do the two-handed, which is I haven't really got it down, but I think this is the one-handed behind the back weave, and it's just basically that awkward motion in the universal weave, which I can continue to link to, which Audrey explains it in a video, and it's really interesting. I like it. I don't know much transition to the behind the back weave when it's just the weave itself. Sorry. When it's just the weave itself, I don't know many transitions to it. I normally just continue it on to the whole entire universal weave. So yeah, basically it's that awkward motion you do in the universal weave, but you're just continuing it again and again.
Nice. Awesome. So yeah, what he said is true. I do know how to do two-handed, so I will demonstrate that. I'll just keep you guys on this camera for right now. So I think this is how. I never really got it down as well as I was hoping I would, but I know that this is a version of it. I think I'm doing an extra loop in it, but when I do, like, we all have our own versions of behind the back weaves and stuff. So the way that I do it is that I kind of do the same thing Bryant was doing, which is just spinning the hoop backwards and then really twisting your body to let the hoop come to the other side. But when the hoop comes to the other side, I grab the hoop and then I go swing and then do the exact same thing on the other side. So it's what I would recommend is learning how to do this. Like my opposite side is a little harder, but do this and then learn how to do it on the other direction as well. Oh God, I'm confusing myself. Yeah. So then when you get both of those down, you just kind of transition on the back, and at least that's how I've learned to do it. So I don't usually do this either, kind of like what Bryant said. I do more of the universal weave. But sometimes what you can do with that is going from, it helps transitioning from one side of the body to the other. So, you can do that, or it can bring you into a barrel roll or an isolation. So hopefully that answered y'all's question, or your question, and it helps a little bit. If you have any further questions about that move, then please feel free to comment again so we can help you through it and help you guys learn. Okay, so Our next comment is from, let's see, we have one from Facebook. Audrey, come on, get it together. All right. Natalie Alicia Zin says, I will never get that right, but that's maybe a good thing because it really brings on the creativity of who Natalie might really be. Anyway, good evening, all. I did not see a spot for comments on YouTube, just letting you know, smiley face. Speaking of YouTube, my question is, what got you interested in starting a YouTube page? My husband has mentioned it several times to me to start one for hooping, but I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous about it, but considering it. Was just curious what got you interested to start a page. Yeah, it's a good question. I had started a YouTube page when YouTube started, like when it kind of first came up, just for a place to download videos like goofy. If you guys go on my YouTube channel and go way far back, like Bryant, have you gone far back? Have you gone to like 3 Fluffy Kittens back? Oh my God, you would. Yeah, I have some really interesting videos on my YouTube channel that are really old. So I started it a long time ago, just as kind of like a hub to keep my videos. And I always liked making videos, even when I was a little girl. So it just kind of stuck. And so anyway, when I started hooping, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to upload my videos onto YouTube just so I kind of have a place for them. And they started getting views, and then as my hooping journey progressed, I kept getting more and more views to the point where I was getting lots of subscribers and all of a sudden lots of views. And then I met Craig Shipp, who's like a YouTube wizard, and he helped me get some really quality videos out there and tutorials. So from there we worked on developing hoopingLIVE, which is where we are now. So it kind of, it was a long process, but between like the hooping stuff, I really started that in like 2010, I would say. And so it's taken me a while to kind of get right here. But if you have a goal, I always say with a hoopingLIVE or like with a page, you want to have a goal, like what you want to like give out to the community with your channel, and have something that makes you different. Like what is it that's going to really make your channel stand out from all the other hundreds of thousands of channels that are out there. So just kind of think about that. But I always encourage people to start YouTube pages to share their hooping journey. It's always nice to kind of look back. Bryant, what about you with your stuff?
So I started out making a YouTube channel when I was like, in 8th grade. I used to be into My Little Pony. Well, I am still into My Little Pony, but I know these few YouTubers who make My Little Ponies with toys and they play with them, and they make really good videos. So I wanted to copy that, and I guess it got some views. But I guess once I learned how to film and whatnot, I started making hooping videos, and I guess making them better and better as I start. I'm a little bit slow on making my hooping videos because they take a lot of time. So yeah, I guess it started out with My Little Pony until vlogging for a short time, then I deleted all that, and now I've basically started just doing doing hooping videos, and yeah.
Awesome, thanks. Okay, I don't know where Claire went. She kind of disappeared, but I know she's having some internet issues, so we're gonna be patient with her today. Yeah, the slow internet. So we're lucky that we even got to see her. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that everything works out. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. We have a comment from someone. Let's see. Kristen Abbott says, "Hey Audrey, I performed at my school's variety night and it went really well. The advice I got from watching the show last week was very useful and really helped me figure out what I was going to do." Oh, yay, that's awesome. Did you end up doing the My Chemical Romance song? Did that work out? I listened to that song after the show because it like got stuck in my head. So thank you for that, by the way. Oh, where did I go? Okay, there we are. Simple Jack says, "Hey Audrey, I'm using my boyfriend's account, but my name is Abigail, so Abigail. And I usually work Mondays, and now I'm so excited to be able to catch your show live. You're the reason I started hooping, and you're so beautiful." Aw. "So I know your style of hooping had changed since you first started. I've always wondered what the reason, or if you just became more into flow aspect instead of tricks like your old hooping portrayed. You're a beautiful soul, and your hooping shines no matter what." Thank you. That's a very sweet comment, and a good question too. I still work a lot on doing tricks and stuff like that, but it was the flow and kind of more dancey aspect of hooping that really kind of interested me more. So I guess it just kind of fell more into that and teaching and displaying more flowy movements instead of quick tricks and stuff. I still like to play with that stuff every once in a while, but and like learn tricks if I want to, but I'm not like, a stickler about learning every new trick that's out there. I found that for me personally, as a hooper and a teacher, it helps for me to understand more of the basics and mastering those basics to a really beautiful level, so I can teach you all how to become comfortable in the hoop. Because when I was doing the tricks and stuff, I know a lot of you guys liked that hooping, but I wasn't comfortable with the hoop yet, and now I am. So I can go back and forth between the two, but I like to kind of teach comfort, I guess. I think Bryant and I kind of talked about that recently. Bryant, how do you feel about that stuff, like tricks versus like the more tricky version of yourself that once was versus now?
Well, I guess it's because as I started out hooping and the only thing I knew how to learn or like I can find for someone to teach me how to hoop dance was practically just trick videos. And I guess once I pretty much learned how to dance with the hoop, I gotten better at hoop dancing. That's like a dancing aspect of hoop. I think it was that one time where I was in my studying area back in Thailand. I decided to, practice dancing, learn ballet or something in that room. I just did some random moves and dance moves, and I guess that kind of changed my view on hooping. I told myself, oh, I can dance. Maybe I could dance with a hoop as well. And I guess I learned how to dance with the hoop by dancing without the hoop, in a sense. And I guess as of now, I'm still looking for some tricks, but when I learn a new trick, I practice the basics, and I always try to incorporate it into my flow or dancing routine and whatnot. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of my dancing life.
Awesome sauce. Sorry, my fickle microphone is being extra fickly today. Anyway, so yeah, thanks, Bryant. Appreciate that. So there's the answer for you. Let's see here. But great question, and thank you for the very sweet comment. That was very sweet of you. How many times can I say sweet? Okay, Stacy Shipston. That's a fun name to say. Says, "That's what I was going to ask. The two-handed one." Okay, well, I hope that made sense. If it did not make sense, let me know. It looks like Stacy also said, "I always hit myself in the back of the head." And then Austin James says, "I tried that once and smacked myself in the face with that move." Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I'll give another tip on that in just a second. I don't want you guys to hit yourselves. Abby Siago says, "Hey Audrey, this is my first time catching the show." Everyone's watching the show live right now. This is amazing. Is it because it's spring break? I don't know. You guys should let me know in the comments below. Is it spring break? Is that the reason? I hope it is, because this is awesome. I love having y'all here. She says, "Hey Audrey, this is my first time watching the show live. I was wondering if you have any tips on palm spins, hand spins, and also how to work on the back plane. The struggle is real." Haha, yes. The struggle is real, but once you get it, I promise you, it will be awesome. Okay, so let's see. I will teach it. I will teach it indeed after I mute Gregory. All right. Oh, I sat on my foot. Doesn't feel right. Okay. So for the behind the back weave, so you guys don't hit your head. What I said, pretty much what I'm going to reiterate is the really bending your body, making sure you're really allowing yourself to open up that side plane, so you're not, you know, going like this and hitting yourself. You really want to move with the hoop, so you're opening up that area for the hoop to travel through. So no face smacking, guys. Let's not get in a fight with our hoops now. Okay, so palm spins. I do have a video on that on my YouTube channel, but I will go over them very quickly. The way that I learned how to do palm spins and hand spins effectively was keeping it on the ground first and spinning the hoop and just opening my hand and letting my hand feel where the hoop is most comfortable spinning. You'll feel it, you'll find that spot for yourself, since we all have different hands, and just spin it and kind of get like used to that feeling. Always do it on each hand, obviously, both directions. And once you get kind of comfortable with that feeling, what you're going to do, so this is a palm spin, by the way. Hopefully I can show this. Where the hoop is spinning on the palm. Now, sometimes, you know, it depends on where you want to spin the hoop, but what I'm doing is pretty much I'm flicking my wrist, and when I flick it, I open my hand immediately, and I'm almost like following the hoop. Like I'm really getting myself in tune and in sync with the weight of my hoop and where the hoop likes to travel, and kind of allowing myself to control the hoop. Like if I know that my hoop's going to start falling this way, I'm going to kind of try to steer it more this way so it will stay centered instead of going like that and following the way it's going. I'm going to counteract its movement to keep it straight. Now for the basic movement for the palm spin, like the over the head, what you want to do is you're going to have your palm facing in, and as you come over, I'm going from my right to my left. I'm going to itch my finger. That's a weird feeling. I don't know why I use the inner lining of my pants to do that, guys. I have some weird habits, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, so I'm going to go from the right to the left, and then when I swing the hoop over, it's going to be like that. So, boom. But what's going to happen is right here, I'm going to do that flick of the wrist and kind of move the hoop with the palm of my hand. Like I was talking about moving the hoop, we're going to do that. And so you can keep the hoop going and hit the wall. You can keep the hoop going across and then grab it. And then when you grab it, you're going to grab it with the palm facing in again. You can do as many spins as feels comfortable. If you want to just do like one spin and then grab it, or you can, you know, do as many as you want. But it comes with practice and balance. So if you want to do balance work as well, I always like to suggest practicing balancing the hoop on the palm of your hand. It helps understand the weight of the hoop. And you can do cool stuff with it. Like if you do the hand balancing, you can maybe do like a slow palm spin. You can do them fast. Just it really depends on the amount of balance and ability you have to do the spins. So one spin that I really like to do is, like I said, you can do the over the head one. It was kind of hard to see. So I'm going to So you can, or like I was just doing, you can just hold it straight up and come back down. You can go all the way around. So it's whatever your heart desires. Or another cool one is I do iso pop out, and then, wait, no, that's not right. Yeah. So anywhere that you feel comfortable with the hoop, you can go straight out and palm spin. You can go up and palm spin. Like you, sometimes like it's fun to like palm spin into a move that kind of like seems like it would react well with it. You can catch the hoop and do a palm spin. It's really whatever feels comfortable. It's also fun to just hold it still and work with the speeds of them. But you can really do it wherever you want. I've always kind of wanted to do a move where it looked like I was going like Dragon Ball Z-ish and went like, or something. I don't know. It looks cooler in my head. But what I just showed you guys, the other cool thing about palm spins is that you can grab the hoop and get it on a flat plane, and or you can grab it like this as well, but it gives you the ability to kind of control where the hoop goes next. So I like to do that and then bring the hoop back. Or you can go on this side and swing it around. So whatever feels comfortable and fun. Bryant, do you have any tips on that?
Yeah. For the palm string spins, Audrey demonstrated it really nicely. But if you're still having trouble with the palm spins, then I would suggest learning the hand spins. I think they're called hand spins. Hand spins, finger spins. It's a lot easier because you're not actually like letting go of the hoop, because then the hoop doesn't fall off as much. And the hand spin is a bit more the opposite of the palm spin because your hand's in a different position. So this is where you'll naturally do the palm spin where your fingers pointing outwards. But as the hand spin, your fingers should be pointing outwards and your thumbs pointing down. And that position is where you do the finger spin. Like so. Sorry for that. My mom called me.
Hold up. All right, we're good. Yes, so hopefully that helps. If you guys need some more tips on that, just let me know in the comments below. All right, let's see what you...
While we have a minute, can we do the screenshot?
Yes. I need to get my chair fixed. This is way too creaky for me.
We do have a Facebook comment there, too, that I put in the comments.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't... Okay, whatever. Tell me when you're ready and I'll look happy.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
Okay, cool. All right. So we have a comment from... Actually, I'm going to go here because these people did it first.
Audrey, we need to reshoot it. It was blurry. Sorry.
All right, well, I'm going to do this comment real quick. Okay. Oh, where are you? Oh, I was like, why am I posting things when I didn't post? Okay. All right, Lizard Lover 14 says, finally, I'm watching it live. That's awesome. How are so many people watching it live right now? Is something going on that I don't know about? And O'Malley says, oh my God, yes, thank you. You're welcome. And Lizard Lover says, by the way, I love you. And Audrey says, by the way, I love you too. You guys are awesome. Maya Price says, how have you worked through the times when you felt stagnant with your process? That's a good question. We kind of talked about that recently. I have a hooping journal that I'll write in when I feel kind of like at a plateau. Or I will maybe watch other hoopers, not often, but I've been known to do that. I'll work on the basic things and do them in the opposite current just to kind of really get those basic core moves down even better than I have them already. Because I don't feel like you can ever, stop learning that kind of stuff. Or I'll just drop my hoop and dance, or try blindfolding myself. There's so many different things, that you can do and make it work. So hopefully that helps out. If you guys have any advice, you guys are always welcome to comment at each other. Bryant, do you have any suggestions for when you feel kind of like you're on a plateau?
Tough one. I don't know. As of right now, I'm kind of on a plateau, but I'd say experiment with different types of hoops, like bigger hoops, smaller hoops, and that really helps you bloom as a dancer, and like I always say. And I think that really helped me out because I feel like I'm going back on my regular track now. And yeah, pretty much, experiment with different sizes and doing different tricks and different music really helps a lot.
Okay, cool, it's working. Cool beans. So our next comment is from Kristen Abbott. She said, I did end up using the MCR, the My Chemical Romance song, and I posted my performance on YouTube thanks to my younger sister who filmed it for me. Oh, that's awesome. I want to see it. How do we see this performance? If you can type in the name of the video, I would love to watch it. I would love to watch it. Stacy Shipston says the back weaves. Yeah, that's awesome. And thank you. You're welcome. Austin James says, nowadays I wear a bike helmet when I practice. Oh, Jesus God. That's awesome. Bike helmet. Yeah, I've given myself bloody noses before. Hooping can be gnarly. I remember one time someone thought I was getting beaten in like high school. They're like, is your boyfriend beating you up? And I was like, no, it's my hula hoop. It's funny. Okay. Paya Shavaraya? I don't know how to say it. It sounds really pretty though. Let's see. Hello. How long do you practice per day, and how long would it take someone to get there? Lots of good vibes. That's a hard question to answer. It's very much depends on every individual person. For me personally, I try to practice at a minimum 15 minutes a day, at most an hour and a half to 2 hours, but I don't often do that. My motto is, as long as you're picking up the hoop and you're staying connected to it, you're gonna, progress in your journey. But of course, if you pick up the hoop for 2 hours a day and are in a dance studio and are training hardcore, then you might make more process. I don't know. I think it really just depends on the person. But I would say go at your own pace and at your own flow and really figure out who you are as a dancer and as a hooper. And that always looks and reflects better than having a bunch of stuff in your, like, tricks in your book. It always makes it look more professional, or in my world, I feel like it looks like flow. I don't know. Bryant, what do you think?
Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I have to agree with you, and pretty much, yeah. Actually, I have to leave soon, so you can contact me on Dang at Instagram, that's my YouTube channel, and yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks, Bryant. Appreciate it. I will see you later, alligator. All right, looks like it's Audrey tonight, guys. It's you and me. That's creepy. Okay, so we have a comment from O'Malley again. Says, hooping on one leg and getting the other leg back into the hoop. Help! I'm so happy to catch the show live. I have so many questions. I love it. Ask as many as you guys want. Love you guys. Keep them coming. Yeah. Cool. All right, so putting your leg back into the hoop. Let us do this. Oh, my mom says that she loves me. I love you too, Mom. You're the best. Let me make sure I don't get stuck in this chair. All right, I should have bare legs for this. That's gonna be my first tip. Is skin is a good source of gripping. So I'm wearing leggings, which is going to make it a little bit more slippery, but you can do whatever you put your heart to, so don't give up. But definitely I would suggest bare legs and having some grip on your hoop. So let's see, I'm going to use, I feel like I sound like a man today. I'm going to use this one. So you get down to your knees. Let me make sure I can. This is good. Oh, this hoop is destroyed. Okay. So you take your leg out, do whatever you want with it. You know, you can. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to show you how to put it back in. So what you want to think about is when the hoop is going around, there's going to be that moment where there's that opening that you want to put your foot back down into. Now, if you turn, kind of spin the way the hoop's going, you're going to open up that spot a little bit longer, which can help you have more time to put your leg back down. So kind of what I did there, like I said, I spun the direction the hoop was going, and it kind of stalls that slot to put your leg back down into. You'll kind of feel it. It's as the hoop's coming around the back of your knees is when, or the back of your leg, is when you want to think about putting your hoop down. So you feel it coming around the back of your leg and think, now. Now, I didn't move that time. I didn't spin, but I'll try it this time. So, I make sounds sometimes for timing, so don't judge me. Alright, this is because of my slip pants, and this hoop is destroyed, so it's not working out very well, but again, think about the hoop is going around the back of your knee, you're waiting for that opening, and you're spinning and going in. Now, if you feel more comfortable and you get it down, you can just put your leg back down. What I like to do is kind of pull my leg more towards the center, and instead of rotating my body the way the hoop's going, I'm rotating my leg. So I'm going, so it's kind of the same thing as moving your body, but instead I'm just moving my leg, which is also kind of initially stalling that opening so you have more room to, or more time to put your leg back down. Okay, let's see. I am so sorry about this chair being so creaky. Craig, I need you to try to fix this if you can, because it's starting to get annoying. Okay, let's see. We have focus. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Abby Siago says, haha, not spring break for me. Been out of school for a few years. Oh, girl, I feel you on that one. Sometimes I miss school a lot, though, so out of breath. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I do miss school. I love school a lot. Let's see. Kristen Abbott says, I don't get spring break until Thursday, right before Easter, and then we're back to school Tuesday after Easter. Well, you know, you get a break, so that's nice. Maya Price says, also, I am not on spring. No, what is happening? Okay. Maya says, also, I'm not on spring break, but this is making my math homework a lot easier. Well, I'm glad that it's making your math homework easier because I suck at math. I can't do math to save my life. That's why I went to art school. Let's see. We have one from Pia Shavaria, I don't know, but I like it. Says also, how do you transfer from your shoulders to your hips? To your hips. From your shoulders to your hips. I think you're talking. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're trying to say. Oh, geez. I'm thinking that's. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but if you're a beginner hooper, I'm assuming that this was just a new move for you. But any sort of transfer that you do, once you get to your shoulders, if you want to go back down to your hips, all you're going to let the hoop do is just fall back down. And just keep your body moving in the same motion. So you go up, and then you go back. Just let the hoop fall and catch it with your hips. So pretty much what the hoop is doing is it's not literally falling, it's just continuing the same motion up and down the whole time. And I'm allowing my body to act as my hips all the way, or act as like the same motion that my hips are making. And that's the same way when it goes down. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm stuck down here now. So yeah, until you do that, let's see, what else do we have here? Simple Jack, no, that's Abigail. Abigail says, that's awesome, so beautiful. You've taught me flow and how to be comfortable in my hoop. Thanks for sharing, guys. So much love. Thank you. That was such a sweet comment. You guys are amazing. I like you guys so much. You have no idea. You guys make my day in so many ways. Stacy Stin says, phones at 5%, no charger. Thanks, Audrey. Love your channel. You're such an amazing help and inspiration. Well, hopefully you'll find your charger and can join us on another show. And thanks for the comments. Appreciate it. Oh, all right. You guys are awesome today. Krista Bott says, search hula hoop variety night performance and you'll find my video on YouTube. Okay, I will do that after the show. Vic Kavir says, dang, you're beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate that. Very sweet. Heidi Lee says, hi, Audrey. I'm so excited for the live chat. Can you go over how to go from a forward weave to a backward weave using the two hoops? Ooh, I can try. I'll do that in a second. Candace Keylor says, so interesting. I'm another one who's catching this show live for the first time. I need help in getting into and out of shoulder hooping without stopping the flow. In and out of shoulder hooping. Okay, I will try. I think you're talking about maybe this, like going in and out, or maybe this move. I'm hoping that that's what it is because I don't know what else that would mean. Okay, let's see here. So with the weaves, first of all, I don't know if I can do this. Let me see if I remember. I haven't played with these all. Hold up, home skillets. So what I did when I knew how to do this move pretty well at one point, but I don't play a lot with minis anymore. I suggest learning the backwards weave like this and understanding it pretty well. I can't do the 3-beat backwards weave, and then knowing the forward weave. And so what I remember doing is that, Jeez, I can't do it anymore, you guys. There we go. Don't know what I just did right there. Whoa. Okay, so I can explain this to the best of my ability, but, and you know that when you're doing it, I do this, so I'm doing a normal 2-beat weave, and then I kind of do a 3-beat turn on my thumb almost, I think. Oh gosh, you guys, I don't know if I can. I need to like warm up and remember how to do this stuff. Maybe it is a 3-beat weave. Oh, it is a 3-beat weave. I take it back. Okay, so I'm doing a 2-beat, and then I'm going to go into a 3-beat, and then I'm in a 2-beat again. So if you want to start, I can only do it from a 3-beat to a 2-beat. So 3-beat weave. Oh god, to a very sloppy 2-beat weave. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more headroom. There you go. Okay, so as I'm doing the 3-beat weave, when this hand, when my right hand's coming around, I'm going to spin the hoop, and this hand is going to come under and around my right, oh my god, you guys, I've never taught this before. Yeah, I can't teach it. I have no idea. I will work on that and try to teach it next week or something. But just so you guys know, in terms of teaching stuff, you know, teachers have to, they can know how to do something, but you know, if this, at least this is what I've been taught by a lot of my friends that are big hooping teachers, is that you can be able to do a trick well and teach it kind of like shaky, kind of like what I just did, or not at all, but you know, shaky, and then versus being a teacher and knowing a trick and then going over all the steps on how to teach it. So usually when I'm trying to teach a trick, or have a trick that I know that I can teach, I will go over I'll write things down on methods of teaching that trick to the best and to the fullest potential that I can. So if you guys have requests on things you want to learn, you should let me know so I can practice on how to teach you to the best of my ability. So I apologize about that, but I will try to work on that and teach you. Okay, let's see. What was the other one? Oh, in and out of the shoulders, that's right. They might mean stalls like or Abigail Renee says they might mean stalls like shoulder hooping and then grabbing and stalling, grabbing/stalling, then placing it back on your hips. That's a good shoulder hoop transition. They might mean stalls like shoulder hooping and then grabbing and stalling and then play. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. White Snake 777 says.
Audrey, also, did you notice there, Candace asked about going from off-body moves onto the shoulders?
No, I didn't. White Snake says, "You are so beauty. Thank you. You are so sweet." Let's see. I was trying to hope maybe someone else could explain that. Okay, so I'm hoping Candace go off body moves to my shoulders. Okay, yeah, now I get what you're saying. All right. Yes. So, with doing that, obviously you want to know what the off body move is and understand that pretty well, and then understand shoulder hooping. So once you understand those two parts of the equation, you'll be able to kind of get into them better. But what I like to do, so say I'm off the body, and I want to come straight back into shoulder. Oh God, that was a horrible example. I'm off the body, and I want to go back into shoulder hooping. Depending on the move, but usually what I do is I'll bring the hoop to my body, wherever that is. So if I'm over the shoulder, sometimes if I'm going into if I'm in a motion-like move, I'll just kind of come back into it. So I'll kind of just stall, kind of like what was just said. I'll stall down into the hoop and then kind of throw it almost. So I'm kind of doing almost like a paddle, and I'm pushing the hoop to give it that momentum from off to on body. So, and that just kind of gives the hoop some momentum. Now if I'm doing like something a little bit more intense, try not to hit myself in the chest here, like this, and wanting to go into it, pretty much what I'm going to do is from any move I'm at, I'm just going to push the hoop. So I'll bring it back on my shoulders, and then what I do is I'll have my hand over the hoop like this, and I'll just push it. And sometimes I'll do a few paddles maybe to kind of get my hoop back into position. So, and you don't have to make it look super obvious if you want to make it look flowy. Kind of like what I'm doing right now is I'm just being very gentle with that push. And yeah, so it just kind of helps. It's kind of like when you put the hoop back to your shoulders, just give it a little push and use some paddles and breaks maybe to kind of stabilize the hoop while it gets that momentum around your body again. Hopefully that helps. All right, let's see. Heidi Elise says, "Thanks, that was a really good try at teaching it. It's hard to figure out. I will have to try doing the 3-beat instead of the regular weave." Yes, I hope that you can figure it out. That would be awesome. Who's your Buddha? So I like that name. Says, "So glad to have caught this live." What is happening? I love this. Do you have any tips on continuous shoulder duckouts? Yes, I can show you that in a second. White Snake 777 says, "All women here." Okay, no. Who's your Buddha says, "Or tips on angled shoulder hooping duckouts in general." Angled. Are we just doing angled? Continuous shoulder duckouts. Okay, let's see. Now, for me personally, I don't do a whole lot of duckouts, but I like them. They're fun. But I like to suggest having kind of a bare shoulder, so the hoop kind of has a place to travel across. or travel around. So when I do duck outs, God, I hope I don't kill anything. I'm assuming you mean like, when you mean continuous, do you mean like continuing like around the shoulder for a few spins, or coming back in and going back out? Because I can't do it with this shirt on. Not very easy. Let's see. Nope, not happening. Pretty much with the duck outs, you want to really think about opening up your shoulder and really creating like an L and making sure that you're getting your head out of the way. That's one of the things that I've always found kind of difficult, is that I'll move my body up, and when I do that, you can see that there's no plane, easy plane for the hoop to travel across. So, do you want to do this again? So you saw there, like, it was different. I was really moving my body down. And then when you're doing that move and you want to come back in, it's just like hula hooping, like around, or like with your legs. There's going to be that opening, and then you're going to want to come back into the hoop. So I don't know what continuous duck outs mean. I've not heard it called that before, so if you want to try to describe that in a different way, you can. Sorry guys, Bryant and Claire are both gone. Claire had bad internet. I don't know what's up with Brian's thing. His screen is still there, but he's not. So we're kind of dealing with me trying to get through all this, and the show is ending. So I'm trying to hurry and get through all this, guys. Appreciate all the comments. Candace Keelor says, thanks, that was super helpful. You're welcome. I'm glad it helped. Any tips on paddles, just in general, and just general shoulder hooping? I finally figured out how to do breaks the other day, but cannot get the paddles down at all. Yes, I'll do that as my last demo. And this is the last question or comment I'm gonna take. Red Queen Effect says, hey Audrey, first time watching the show live. What is happening tonight, guys? Did you guys like make like a little conspiracy group or something, and you're all here at the same time? Because that would be awesome. Says, for my first time watching live too. I've been a fan since your Shake It Off video, awesome, and was wondering if you had any plans on doing any more videos like that, freestyle hooping videos to some of your favorite songs. That, my dear Red Queen Effect, is a great question. Yes, I am. I cannot make money on those videos because the songs are copyrighted, but I am planning on making more of those to popular songs that I like, and just kind of letting go like I did with the Shake It Off video. I will be doing more of those soon, I promise. Actually, I already have some filmed, but I just need to get them out and going. Craig and I have been working on a lot of different videos, so I will do that. I'm going to try to get them more of that stuff on my Instagram, because I know a lot of you guys want me to do that. So if you go to hoopingLIVE.com, you can find all the links to that stuff. So I'll talk a little bit about shoulder hooping and tell you guys where to find other Hooping Live related things. And yeah, it is getting so hot in here, guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on, and it gets toasty up in here. Let me tell you what. All right. So shoulder hooping, if you're trying to learn it, like I said, bare shoulders always help. Now, I've talked about this a few times, but since I love to teach it, I'm going to go over it really quick. What you want to think about is it's the exact same movement as kind of around your waist. If you feel how your feet are moving when you hula hoop, that kind of back and forth motion with your feet, it's the same kind of thing. You're doing that same exact thing with your feet, but you're kind of transferring that more, kind of shaking that more up into the upper body. So you're not doing this. This is a paddle, and this is shoulder hooping. Paddle, shoulder hooping. Make sense? Great. So once you kind of get this down, spinning always helps. Now when you do that, you want to just kind of remember to keep that back and forth motion. This looks silly, but this is how Baxter taught me. It's kind of like that, and it'll feel really slow, but once you kind of understand that motion, you'll get it, and it's great because once you get it, you'll be able to really move around the room using that motion. So when you're doing paddles, pretty much what you're doing is you're pushing the hoop. Just like I was saying with that, you're pushing the hoop around your body, but instead, like this, I'm using my hand or my forearms, and what I'm doing is pretty much just taking the hoop as it's going around my body and pushing it out and over towards the direction it's going. So right now I am, whoa, freaking out. I am not using my legs. I am only using the motion of the paddle. So what you want to do is, like, you do want to kind of round your back, if that makes it easier. I'm kind of pushing my shoulders forward a little bit. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Just think about, and rock your body a little bit too if you want to. Just kind of keep that hoop going around your shoulders like this. And just start with like light paddles, just maybe putting your arms in the hoop. And then you can stop rocking your body as much and try to push the hoop more. And then you can totally stop and just focus on just paddling. And then you can do your breaks, and you can break and paddle. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so that's the last comment for tonight, guys. Thank you, everyone, and I'm glad that so many of you got to watch the show live for the first time. That is awesome. Thanks to Claire and Bryant for being on the show, of course. I always appreciate y'all's input. And yeah, so our show's every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. Like us on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter. My name is @TheOdd, O-D-D, Tree, T-R-E-E, The Odd Tree. And like I said, like us on Facebook. Everything's Hooping Live, facebook.com/Hooping Live. Go to hoopinglive.com. You'll find all the links and information. It's awesome. And until then, guys, happy hooping.